and welcome back to the Soul to Soul podcast. Lisa Louie coming to you live and
MBJ Live.
What's up, MBJ?
Yo.
How you feeling?
I'm always positively undescribable and all of the above, and humbled, and continuous revelations is just dropping up on me and makes me feel like I'm just even more humble, of gratitude.
I know, I always gotta ask. You gotta say it out loud.
And this power that I walk in is phenomenal. This protection that I walk in, I'm up under, is outstanding.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and dive into our first topic today. Happy Saturday, y'all. We talked about this a little bit, but it was in the opposite direction, talking about addiction and stuff when we was talking about, a couple episodes ago about floating and the state of just the world in general. So I wanted to ask you, do you think there is a such thing as healthy addictions?
Well, I would say yes. I'm addicted to pro-life. I'm addicted to positive energy. I'm addicted to eating healthy. So yeah, I'm addicted to treating people good and great. Regardless of how they treat me, it's like a drug. It's a high for me to know that I am contributing to the world to help people become a better version of themselves. And I was on my way over here, and it's like, man, I feel like I'm in a simulation. It's
Today?
Like, yeah, it's like I'm in this simulation by myself, but everything around me, it's just like the Matrix. Just like the Matrix. And it's like I am the one.
Okay, everything around you seem like it's what? Like fake?
No, not fake.
Okay.
But it's like I'm in the world by myself, in the midst of other worlds.
Okay.
And we just all coexist with each other.
So you think that's the only healthy addiction somebody could have is because no, that's objective. I was gonna say because healthy can be subjective, but because healthy can look different for some people,
Yeah.
Like I sometimes feel it being addicted to the gym, but we know the gym is good for you in all kind of ways, mind, body, and spirit, and you releasing hormones, feel good hormones. It can become an addiction, and some people can say that it's unhealthy. To me, it's healthy because it's like I know when to stop, so I won't hurt nothing, pull nothing, break nothing, injure nothing.
Yeah.
Some people don't. So,
Well, it all depends on the individual. To each his own. Whatever people they feel it applies to them. It's like flossing is an addiction for me. It's like I'll be sitting just flossing. I'll be like nodding off flossing. Flossing my teeth. And I know I didn't clean this tooth and gum line, 5 times already, and I just come right back and keep on doing it. It became an addiction.
okay.
And so now stretching is now becoming an addiction for me. It's like I got to stretch.
So do you think at some kind of point, it can become unhealthy, or you think no, it never could be?
I can't really say.
Right.
As far as flossing
Or just,
or stretching, like, man, stretching it should be a lifestyle for everybody. It should be that
so you can't never do
addiction.
too much.
I mean, doing it all the time. You got yogis, and yoga people, and even having that type of positive addiction when you don't have stagnant energy, even in your body, and your cells, your universe can flow freely. Mm-hmm. Energy can move freely when you don't have any, blockages within your body. Okay, I see you got your eyebrows. I see you, they clink, clink. Got your eyebrows.
My lip gloss is popping.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I think I would, to answer the question, you would say yes, there is such a thing as healthy addictions.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay. And so we can determine it,
Yeah.
but like I said, I've heard on numerous occasions, like, oh, that could become a bad addiction, because it is. Like I said, like gym, it can be healthy, but it can become unhealthy when you don't know when the hell to stop, or when you overdo it, or when it's like, So I seen where they were coming from, so I'm like, so that made me think like, I guess it can become a bad addiction if you don't know what you're doing, or you may just overdo it, don't know when to stop, and so I had to think about, I'm like, is there a such thing as healthy addictions then? So that's what made me think, but I'm just like,
Well, I used to be a personal trainer and years ago, and so I always wanted to I always did muscle confusion, circuit training, and so if I did something, I've always changed it up so the body won't plateau. Did something different. I try to stay away from heavy weights. Some people may say smoking weed is a healthy addiction. They say, oh, it's from the earth. You know what I'm saying? So drinking alcohol, well, wine is from the earth, grapes. So, to each his own. But the end result will tell the telltale. Okay. If it's healthy. Drinking too much water is not good. So
why? It's just gonna come right out.
There's a balance. But say, okay, hypothetically, if you're dehydrated, so people we thinking I'm supposed to get as much water in my system as possible.
Okay.
So that water is gonna flow out of you.
Yeah.
So it's gonna miss everything versus, I give this analogy. If you have a pack of hungry dogs, you don't feed them for 2 weeks. You put one pork steak in the midst, what's gonna happen?
They're gonna devour it.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you got 500 steaks, you throw it in there, what's gonna happen? Some of the steak gonna go bad, right?
Yeah.
So if you drinking, sipping, if you dehydrate, you sip, your body is like those dogs that's hungry.
It's absorbing it.
It's gonna absorb it so quick, and it's gonna go to your most important visceral organs.
Right.
Your brain, your heart, lungs. And so that's how you hydrate yourself quicker, by sipping when you dehydrated.
Okay. Okay, just sip.
When you dehydrated, you sip.
I gotta remember that. What if you just hold your pee? I'm just playing. Visited that conversation a tad bit in the past, where we were talking about, I don't know what we were talking about, entertainment, I think, being an addiction, and everything, and then we try to get a healthy balance and everything, and then I thought about it and then I said something about addictive personalities, and then I was just like, okay, do you rid addictive personality, or do you just redirect it to something more healthy? So I was like, okay, can a healthy addiction, because addiction tends to have like a negative connotation to it. So that's why I was just like, is it a such thing as a healthy addiction, or is that a what's the word? Is that hypocrisy? Addiction, is it the opposite of healthy?
Yeah. I would look at it like grounding myself. Being out grounding. I think that would, for me, it would be a healthy addiction. Mm-hmm. Because I'm always in the flow, and I look at a tree is always out there connected.
So is that balance? Because I think that's where they are opposites. Because it's just like addiction is considered the overindulgence of something, I think.
Yeah. Well, I do have balance.
But something like meditation, like we said, things that we deem is just healthy, where we know it's gonna help everybody, no matter what. Like everything that's been tested has proven that this is healthy for you. Yeah. Is there ever a point to where you can't overindulge or do too much, or it can be unhealthy at some point?
I believe it can.
So the answer is yes. Healthy addictions exist. You know me. You've been around me for a minute. Do you think I have an addictive personality at some point with something?
You don't work out all the time.
That's all I got today, y'all. Let's go ahead and close it out. Thank you, Marvin, for clearing that up. You can have a healthy addiction. Just understand yourself, get to learn yourself, your body. Like he said, look at the outcome of what this, thing it is that you're doing and see, is this turning out good for me? Is it turning out bad for me? What does my life look like as I'm, engaging and indulging in whatever activity you find to be your peace?
I'm not trying to deter nobody from their path. I mean, just food for thought, something to think about. Yeah, because it makes sense to me.
Yeah, no, and that's why I said, just just constantly revisit and reevaluate. Like, am I indulging and engaging into things that are healthy for me, or not? Yeah. But thank y'all for tuning in. See you next week on the Soul to Soul podcast. Oh, yeah. That's my lip gloss.
Peace. Your lip gloss still popping?
Mm-hmm.